Welcome to another episode of TRG Talk Digital. I'm your host, Rick Ivanovic, and today I have the pleasure of having Doron Shachar, the founder and CEO of Renova Cloud. Welcome, Doron.
Thank you very much, Rick, for the opportunities to bring me here, and I'm very, very glad to be here.
Yeah, lovely to have you here. Like Renova Cloud, for the benefit of our listeners, what exactly is that?
Yes, sure. In two sentences, we are an arm of AWS, a local arm here in Vietnam and in Southeast Asia. We are together as a partner of AWS in the last 8 years and building mostly around the project for enterprise and startup, help them to build their not only infrastructure, everything which is around AWS, and today, of course, with a lot of emphasis around AI.
Okay, so AI, AWS, cloud stuff.
Correct.
This is a hot topic. So you've been doing this for 8 years now. What trends are you seeing?
There is a huge trend. The market is changing here upside down during the last 3 years. Every 1 year, I would say, and. Of course, when we started 8 years ago, it was very obvious for us to go to customers and enterprise and say will say to us, "Hey guys, public cloud won't be catch up here in Vietnam. It won't for Vietnam, and the government will not allow it, and there is a lot of other options, etc., etc." And of course, during the years and especially after COVID, things start to catch up, and today the public cloud is normal. With, I would say, a lot of enterprise here, not everybody, but because it's still a very heavy manufacturing country. So manufacturings are depend on what, but they're using a cloud, but in a minimum way or a specific vertical application. But I would say that an FSI, retail, e-commerce, healthcare, in somehow, and any other sectors, the cloud is the public cloud is quite dominant. And AWS here continue to invest in this country massively and grow their business users.
What kind of investment is AWS doing here?
AWS doing investment in different direction. First of all, they allocate a local zone here in Vietnam, which is a massive investment, over $600 million, and this will be announced next month. Yes. It's already done. It's already in soft launch at the moment. But of course, they invest a lot in the ecosystem, building the ecosystem around, which is partners and trainers, plus of course people. They continue to recruit and increase their presence here. So it's different direction. They go in different direction, and they see this as a very growth market, and definitely in the public cloud, they are holding here, I would say, between 60 to 70% of the market.
Wow. So AWS has got literally 60 to 70% of
Absolutely.
the market already without having any local zone here yet.
Without there. Yeah, but you need to understand, even the others, big giant, which is Microsoft and Google, they don't have a local zone. So all the companies are connected directly to Singapore, to the region in Singapore, but yes, they're going to have a local zone here. And of course, they continue to invest, and especially now with the booming of the AI and the whole ecosystem around it, AWS even increased their investment here, and this is a massive investment.
So once they've established this local zone, I mean, $600 million, what's that going to get them?
with this local zone, they're trying to get into a sector that they are almost not exist at the moment, which is the government, and which is including, of course, the army, transportation, and many other sensitive area that the government is taking care. So this is the first thing. The second thing, they are trying to provide more confidence with the FSI, even though they are very, very strong in the FSI today, and we are involved in part of this project, in some projects. They are still want to increase or emphasize their presence, and there are different kind of regulation that coming around the public cloud, so they want to emphasize it. But again, there is still way to go here in Vietnam, and it's still I wouldn't say it's starting of the game, but the game is still at the early stage.
So establishing this local zone, okay, there's obviously a business reason for AWS to do that. What's going to be the benefit for the folks in Vietnam?
Yes, those government sector, those verticals, it can be the army, it can be the police or anything. When they go to public cloud or they want to innovate or scaling their usage in different kind of application, they need to use public cloud. By providing them a local zone, they can do a lot of I would say application around their data, and of course keep their data here in the country, which is set up with writing down together with the new regulation. However, don't get me wrong, this is not only the only reason. AWS still see it as a growth market, and Southeast Asia as an overall is a very, very big market for them. So they see it as and they grow here around 40 to 50% year by year, which is you cannot see it in any other place in the world, not in Europe, not in the US, and not even in Korea and Japan. So definitely they see it as an investment that come back to them after a few years, and they definitely shoot for the long term.
So I can see the government and those sort of state authorities, why they need it. All right, let's put them aside. Not ignoring them, we're just putting them aside. What about normal companies? Will they see any benefit from this?
Not really. Normal companies, yes and no. Because if they want to be on a local cloud in terms of their basic, yes, definitely they can, because they have local options with local clouds options. However, there are a lot of companies that still dealing in somehow with government or with governance regulation, and they want to feel safe, and they want to duplicate the data here in the local and using AWS as regular and innovate with AWS. So it's a two. There are many ways for that, but again, I would say that only big giant like AWS that see a very, very long shot, especially with the huge demand for AI, that is going to bring a lot of GPU usage. Definitely the local cloud can be part of their strategy.
Yeah, I get it. You have banks, financial institutions,
insurance,
a ton of financial services.
Exactly.
There are data residency requirements here.
Absolutely.
And it's far more stringent in more regulated industries. Okay, so we've been talking about local zone. What is a local zone? In two words, is a data center. It's a data center. It's not a full data center. It's not a data center. It's not like a region.
when AWS invest in the region is over $1.5 billion. And they've been done it in Taiwan, in Japan, in Indonesia. But local zone is actually provide some basic services that you can do locally, which is a data center hosted, of course, with higher connectivity, with other capabilities. But you can be sure that your data is in the country and not flying around a data center around the region. So that is something that.
So this is going to be a physical data center.
It is. It's 100% physical. Yeah, it is physical. It's under the air. They build it.
They're building it now. Yeah.
It's finished. They finished.
Oh, it's already built.
It's already built.
Wow.
They're gonna announce it. It's already work. It's already work. They are doing. It's already work and connected to several big customers. Okay. But they're gonna be announce it officially.
All right.
Next month.
Next month. Okay. So by the time this podcast comes out, you'll already know about it. But don't forget, we're hearing about it first here.
It's a scope. It's a scope.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get you into any trouble, Doron.
No, it won't.
So, where is this data center in the country?
Currently, it's in Hanoi, and they're going to build another one in Ho Chi Minh later.
They're going to build a second one?
Second one.
As part of the 600 million, or they're going to throw another 600 million?
I don't know. It's a big money. It's a big money.
It's not money. Small.
It's not small.
And, can you see them growing the local zone into something bigger?
I don't know. Hard for me to say. Listen, AWS really believe in this market growth, and they continue their investment nonstop. So if you ask me if it's gonna bring back its investment or not, it's hard for me to say. I believe they know what they're doing, but they truly see this market bring them incremental revenue year by year. And I believe that they are talking about big numbers in terms of this market in the coming 3 to 4 years. And of course, as Renova Cloud, we would like to be part of their ecosystem and take part of this workload that they are going to have with this big giant. And this is actually what we are doing. So we are enhance building our muscles in different directions, and this is what we are doing day by day.
So what triggered you to say, I'm going to go to Vietnam and set up Renova Cloud and do this AWS stuff because there's nothing here? I don't know.
Well, I started my journey. It's a very, very long journey with a lot of ups and downs. I would say more down than ups, much more down than ups during the years. I started in 2008, something like that. Yeah, end of 2007. I came here and I was established myself in Hanoi. I opened my own company, and that time I was working with the telcos for a few years and building a project around that, and start to understand what is the meaning to do business here in Vietnam. Of course, the country has been in different shape and in different position, and at that time I remember when I was telling people that I live in Vietnam, they look at me very, very strange, which is totally not the situation today. Everybody know Vietnam, everybody heard about Vietnam, and it's a massive tourism industry. At that time, it wasn't that massive. It started to get a highlight, but far, far away from what's going on. Of course, the country has been changed. It's been several crises, as you remember, 2013, 14. You've been here. I moved to Ho Chi Minh in 2015, and I was all the time around project around IT. I was working with banks. I was working with different kind of big companies, including FPT. And then in 2017, end of 2017, something like that, I was realized that the public cloud is not here. at all. Of course, I knew there are a few companies that using, and I flew to Singapore, and I met with AWS and Google and asked them and told them that I would like to work with them here in the country, and they told me, we have no intention. We have no thank you, but there is this country is not on our in our focus and not our prisma at the moment. And I was very surprised. I told him why. They told me it's too small, nothing there for us. And we made our research. I told him, I'm not sure, you're right. Anyway, I was established the company in the end of 2008. AWS established their first office here, and from that is history. And we start to work with them as one of the pioneer partners. There was another one or two partners, and we were the pioneers together, and we start to work on this market. And of course, it took us 4 years to educate the market. 4 years just to understand, just to establish the basic things. What is cloud? Of course, today the conversation are totally different. But this is like yesterday. It's not that far away. It's only 4 years ago. But it looks like a different world. So, but that's it. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a luck, if it's a trial or anything I established. But I had several points along the journey that I was thinking seriously to quit this game, very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And here we are today.
Here we are. So on that note, what is your biggest failure, and what did you learn from that experience?
Well, what I learned. Listen, I have quite a few failures, and along the way, but something that I understand of this market, if you want to build a company, there are two reasons. There are two options. One option that you go into an existing market. And you will find a lot of companies like you or at the same market that gonna be your competitor or your or in a way. Then for this kind of market that are existing, you need to come with a fund. You need to come with ability to invest money, time, and effort, and not a small money. Nothing here is so-called low cost. Everybody think this country, Vietnam is lower, that. And this is the first big mistake that a lot of investor / entrepreneur that coming here to the market. So this is, you always underestimate the money that you need to invest. You always underestimate the time that you need to invest in everything and your focus. And you always underestimate the competition that you're going to face, whichever. However, if you come to an area that the market is not exist, so you're going to be the educator of the market. You're going to be the one that going to so-called lead this kind of trend that might happen or might not happen. You need to take the risk, but also you need to invest, and you need to realize that at least for 3-4 years you cannot get any profit or benefit, at least for 3 to 4 years. And so time and money and effort and taking the risk, this is things that you need to combine it together. And this is depend on your situation. I don't know what bring me to do what I did. I have no idea, but if you ask me to go back to the same point, I wouldn't do that.
You would not?
Not at all. Absolutely no. But we already touch wood, we already over this stage. We are having other stage to climb now. which is normal, like every company. But those stage of educating the market, we have enough competition. The market is growing, and AWS as the partner recognizes as the leading partner. So it's okay, but still there's a lot of challenges.
So what's the biggest challenge you're facing right now?
Okay, there are several challenges in the market, but I would say because it's bringing me to the AI story and to the enterprise, because we are working with enterprise. We are having over 300 customers here in Vietnam, and this is not a small number, and we are increasing our customers. But then customers today, every conversation that we are starting with customer, it starts with the AI. It's nobody speaks or talk about cloud. Nobody talk anymore about cloud, and nobody talk about anymore about cloud services. Everybody want to do, especially enterprise, they want to do something in AI, and they want to do it now. And now we are having a major challenge. First of all, because AI, when you implement AI, is not about the technology, it's about the organization and about the people and about culture. So these are the three things. So it's culture, people, and organization structure, and the AI technology. And they see us as a technology company, which we are. It was right for the cloud time. It was very, very correct for the cloud. For that, we're becoming organization consultant. We're becoming more like consulting of your organization, consulting of education or culture. Hello, we are not there. We never been done that. This is not. We know to tell you what is the service here, how to connect things together, how to build it, how to do your application in a better way, this. And now they want us to start to be their organization consultant because of this AI. And this is a major challenge, not only for the customer, also for us. And we need to change the way we speak to customer. We need to change the way we are present our capabilities. We need to, and there's a lot of, and this is, you cannot say to enterprise that you work with him, no, we don't do that. But on the other hand, you need to limit or your border, your capability, what you can do, what you cannot do. And it's a major challenge. And just now this morning, I can give a very good example. One of the biggest real estate company in Vietnam, we are talking to them the last 3 months, a lot of discussion around AI, and they came with a list of use case and everything. But their foundation is on-prem. They are not on cloud. Their data is silos in different departments. Some of that more manual, some of them more automated, some of them less automated, and a lot of departments. And they want us to build AI across the organization that will bring them immediately revenue and benefit and save people. And the biggest question that I'm asking every enterprise, and this is something that I repeated in every meeting that I see, and I like to repeat it again here. and I'm saying very simple. When you recruit a new member to your team, human, not AI agent, a human, a real human, and well, it doesn't matter. It can be a engineer, it can be a sales, it can be admin or accounting. How long it takes you to train and until this human start to bring his value to your company? How long? Okay, let's say he's coming from a business which is exactly similar to TRG. Exactly. He did exactly, which is very difficult to find, but let's say exactly the same. Let's say from your direct competition, you bring the sales guy. even in this kind of situation, it's take him at least few months. Even in this kind of situation, I'm not talking about situation that human coming from different area or different direction. So it can be even 1 year until you start to see you invest as a company. You invest sometimes 6 months to 1 year in a person until they start to bring their value and result and see. And this is the way you. So why you think that AI agent that's sitting on server somewhere in Tokyo or Korea or in Seattle can come to your organization, and after some discussion and after some prompt engineering training, he can cover all of your department and understand the process and take out a few people. Why do you think? And what makes you think like that?
And their answer?
The answer is divided. Is divided. No, you are wrong. This is, we're not talking about human. We know that AI can do much more than human. He can know and doesn't understand, and said, I'm trying to explain them how do you. And the other mistake that people telling me in organization, especially CEOs, and they say to me, AI is a tool. AI is a tool. It's just a tool. And this is something that I always stop them and say to them, you're wrong. AI is not a tool. This is absolutely not a tool. This is an agent. This is somebody that you're going to talk to him in your human language, and he's supposed to understand what you want and what you see. Because you are not going to automation. For automation process, you can do it without AI. And I always bring a very good example. When you are coming to make your coffee machine, you have several options. You want a cappuccino, the machine know that now automated, it's make you the cappuccino. Yes, because you click on this button, the machine is programming inside to provide you the cappuccino with this and this milk and this and this. Of course, you cannot touch it too much. This is called automation. However, think about that the machine in your office, when you come from a distance, say to you, hey, Rick, good morning. This is your time. I see that your face, you're a little bit tired. I'm going to make you a coffee today, which is double shot, not the one shot that you always drink. And I know that you doesn't like sugar, and the coffee is already waiting for you here. This is AI agent. We are not far from that, by the way. So
that's terrible.
That's I agree.
Yeah, I mean, you forget I own a coffee chain, yeah.
So that's it. So this is AI agent. So the other things that very big challenging, and I have a very good slide or piece of paper that I always show to the people. I tell them, can you write me? How do you see? What is the meaning of automation? What is the meaning of AI flow? And what is the meaning for you for AI agent? Please write me down. What do you know about that? I'm not going to show you. Later on we can discuss. Tell me, what do you know? How do you see the difference between automation in your organization, AI flow process in your organization, and AI agent? What is an AI agent? And most of the people, they don't know. They don't know because they mix a lot of workflow together, and which is very normal. I don't blame them. Why? Because people today mixing a lot of automation process, and they think that this is AI, and they build the AI flow, which is mean AI flow, it means you have a chatbot, you have something that you talk, but it's based on a data that you teach him or he learned from the data that you gave him. It can be under RAG model, it can be under model, another LLM model, it doesn't matter. But this is a data which can be out inside your organization or outside the organization, but this is AI flow for a specific flow that you are doing. It can be for your documentation, it can be for your sales process, it can be for your finance process. This is called AI flow, that you can talk to him in a normal human language and discuss with him. AI agent is something totally different. And this is what's coming to the world. As you said, it's terrifying. But this is what is coming now. It's happened now, these days. And this is where AWS is going. This is where Google going. And, of course, Microsoft and all the big giants. And why they go to AI agent? Because only when you go to the AI agent, you can solve a very specific problem inside your organization, because he become your human assistant. He know how to predict, he know to say to you what if, and he know how to say to you what's next. And this is something which is impossible on your AI flow. And those are the other biggest challenge. But this is not only in Vietnam, all over the world today with the AI, it doesn't bring money. This is the big elephant in the room. And everybody knows it doesn't bring money. There is no way you can bring revenue from your investment. It's tough to say to organization, but it's true. Because today, if you look all over the world, it doesn't matter where, you see 80% of the organization in somehow implement AI. You ask CEO, chairmen, everybody, are you using any AI platform or tool? Say to you, yes, sure. But then you realize they use it horizontally.
Yeah, horizontally.
Horizontally. Yeah. What does it mean? It means something very clear. It means that people in the organization use AI too. The coders or the developer are using some solution to help them to code and to check. The sales use it for assessment or to prepare some nice email to the boss. And etc. So on the finance, sometimes used to, so they use it horizontally. But vertically, the solution is still not in the AI flow. It cannot bring money. The AI will start to bring money, and it's coming soon with the AI agent. And when I'm talking about the AI agent, there are so many ways that an area, for example, it helps you to negotiate. It helps you to negotiate in real time. In real time, it can give you a lot of suggestion of what are you doing. It can monitor your sales in a real time and can be your assistant and can mark some issues for the head of the sales or for the sales. It can help with the big account that he is managing, because he will tell him in the morning, hey, do you know? He will do it proactively. He will say to him, on your account that you are working, which is, let's say, Vin Group, there are changes in this morning. Two CEO resign. This guy becoming a permanent CEO. This guy becoming a downgrade to here. This and this. They sign a strategic agreement with Microsoft, which is not with AWS. They sign that, and he will proactively update you what's going on, and he will say to you, you don't need to research. You don't need to look for it. And this is the story of AI agent that's gonna turn the world upside down in terms of enterprise, and everybody understand it. I hope I make it clear more or less.
Now, you use the word culture. It's the culture of the organization. Were you talking about what you've been explaining? Now, they're really not, mixing the different terminology
Yeah,
up? Or is it something else?
Before, a few years ago, when people talked with me about culture, I said, leave it. I don't care. I don't know what is culture. I care about sales. I care about how many customers you have.
Yeah.
And then I realized that culture is eating everything for breakfast. Everything. The sales, the admin, the finance, the engineering, the operation. It's eating for breakfast. When I'm talking about culture and I'm saying is all about people mindset inside the company and how they see themselves, how they believe inside themselves, and what is the company what is a company? It's an organization of people that doesn't know each other, and bring them together, but they need in somehow, and I'm not saying it's easy, this is always a challenge in small companies and definitely in huge companies, in big organizations, how they feel connected, how they feel that what they are doing is have a meaning, and how they feel that their contribution is significant to the organization. And this is very, very important, and this is very clear. Of course, there are many other things that are always parameters, but this is the key parameters that I believe that sustain companies and help them to grow. For my belief, companies today that are not growing in their market, not growing. It doesn't mean that you need to grow in 100% or whatever, but you need to grow all the time. You will be lagging behind. You will be lagging behind. Or you are losing, or you are doing something wrong. It means that, and of course, people or the organization, whatever it is, the people inside understand it very well.
What do you like best about what you actually do?
For me, the best thing for me is to help today in my age, in my experience. I love to help people. I love to help the people inside the company. I love to guide them. This is something that brings me a lot of satisfaction, and I love to see them success. I really enjoy that our people's success. I really enjoy to see them grow, and I know they're not going to stay in Renova for pension, but I really want them to remember. That's very important for me to remember their years in Renova as something that they can jump to their next level or anything else. It doesn't matter, but I want them to remember. For me, I wasn't being an entrepreneur all my life. I've been working in different positions, in different high-tech companies. And those one I remember very, very strong is those one I really learn, I really jump, I really learn from my peers and management. And I love it. And I think this is my role. Of course, the other role is to keep the company healthy, growing, and everything. This is obvious. But for me today, at the stage that I'm now in Vietnam, I want to contribute to those people.
All right. So I'm not going to make an assumption, so I'm going to ask the question. What does success mean to you?
Listen, not for me. Recognition of what are you doing, and recognition by your customers or the environment, the area that you are working, that you are a company or organization that can deliver, can be trusted 100%. Can be fully compliant with the needs. This is the most successful for me, and this is something that I much much more than any money or financial benefit or anything like that. I always see the financial benefit as something which is important, but it's always for me as a side. It's not in the first. For me, when we are working with big organizations, and we are working with really big organizations all over Southeast Asia, for us, the most important is to deliver. And when I come, yesterday I was in Cambodia meeting one of the biggest banks in Cambodia, and I was sitting with the CIO, and he told me, I never saw such a commitment of a company like you to deliver, and you've been working here like days and night to deliver what we have been asking. And this is not a small task. It's a very, very complicated, with a very complicated organization. Nothing that I really feel so blessed to get it. And this is what I'm looking for all the time.
Okay. What do people misunderstand about you the most?
It's hard for me to say. I don't know. I think that I'm quite transparent. Even in the organization or even with other people, I'm acting as I feel, and people, whatever, it doesn't mean to be only employees. It can be peers. It can be management. If I don't feel comfortable or I don't feel good with something that happened, I'm saying it immediately. People see it, and I'm very straightforward, and I say to people clearly, and I move on. I don't remember many cases. I'm try to solve any kind of issue on the spot immediately, and this is the way I would like to move on. Otherwise, you are keeping tails as a CEO, endless tails. So, because every day there are stories, especially when you are dealing with people, organization, issues, very normal every day, and you need to deal with it and solve and move on. Challenges are coming, and this is part of the work, especially in a very, very uncertain environment.
Okay. So, what's one piece of advice that you'd give to someone starting out in their career today?
It's a good question. I'm thinking about it a lot because I have a daughter. She's studying French. She studied theater. She's in theater, and a son, and my son is an engineer in the U.S. And I would say like that. Nobody know and can predict what is going to be the next technology or the next things, and it definitely I recommend to every young fellow to study. It's fine if he decided to study math or physics or computer science or other areas. It's fine. But to take this young time and study, it's very important. It's giving him the discipline. It's giving him the to learn about himself, how he's good in study, how he's going to get knowledge. Because this is only the very, very beginning of his career, because he's going to study all his life. And to start somewhere. And he's going to study and probably going to change his career path every 2 to 3 years. And this is going to be the normal, not the abnormal. Those days of working 10, 15 years in a place, in the same job, almost gone. And I don't think it's going to come back. It's going to be even more severe. And a young generation will need to be adapted and study fast and brings value very fast to organization or to markets or to anything that they are doing. and much faster than our time and much faster than my parents' time. So that's it. So this is my advice. And the other advice, be ready for the uncertain, because you're going to have a lot of uncertain. It's going to be a period that you're going to be working on one or two projects or three projects at the same time. And it's going to be a period that will be more quiet period that you will need to take the time and study. Your income won't be stable. And this is something that you need to be ready for it. And this is something that I'm saying to every young generation, won't be stable. The last thing is do something that you're going to be proud of, because everybody of us get some gift. So, for example, someone have better in math or computer, and these are gifts. These are things that already gave to you. I don't know if it's by God or by genes or by your parents, but it's something that gave to you. So you see it as a very normal. Of course, for other person, they see you as a genius, but for you it's very normal, because these are gifts. Go outside of your gift. Do things that you are not gifted with, and go very, very deep into that and achieve something on that, because you're going to take it to your late age when you're going to be 90 years old and remember it forever. I achieved something.
Okay. So on that note, what are you most proud of, Doron?
I'm proud, first of all, that I'm survived until now in this chaotic world. And that's a challenge. That's a major challenge by itself. Survive in this chaotic world and uncertain. So I'm very proud of it. But I don't know. I have a very small things that I'm proud of. I'm very proud of that I built this kind of Renova, and it's and we are still exist, and we are still alive in this very difficult market. But again, and I can have a lot of young generation in my company. I wake up in the morning and I see our 2-floor here in Ho Chi Minh, and sometimes in Hanoi, and I see all the young fellows, and I say, wow, I couldn't believe that I can achieve this kind of number of people. And inside, but it's not only that. I'm proud that I do exercise at the morning. I'm proud that I finished 10 rounds in the swimming pool when I do that. And so small things I'm proud of, and that's it. I'm not looking for very big stuff.
Okay, all right, wonderful. So you've had an interesting career. You've hinted at things have been more down than up. So what's the most unusual experience you've ever had in business?
Unusual. Wow. I would say, first of all, when you're talking about career, this is the last thing that you can talk about me, because I have no career. I didn't know. I never think about building my career. I just flow and everything. Unusual things that I can remember. There are many unusual things. But here in Southeast Asia, when you are talking business, it's always come with relationship. It's always come in a very strong relationship, and it's always come with uncertain. And when we are talking about uncertain, it means you sign a contract. You think that you start a project, the project even start or kick off, and then you realize at the same time there is another contract similar to you has been signed with your competitor. So this is something that is today I won't be surprised for anything anymore, because I saw a lot of unusual I would say business stories around me. I think this is common in Southeast Asia, not only here in Vietnam, and you need to continue. And this is a very important part that I'm always saying. When you sign agreement or when you sign any project with enterprise or company, by the end of the day is people, you are just in the beginning of building your relationship with them. This is just the beginning. You are now need to work very hard, very, very hard to keep it up and to keep it for a long time, unless you want to lose the customer. But the journey just starts. And this is something that people need to understand, that it's a very long-term journey, and a day that you lose your eye out of the ball or out of your customers, you need to be sure and you can be sure that your competitor or others are coming into this vacuum and take care of them. Because you need to take care of your customer non-stop.
So really, I think sort of reflect what you've said is things are going to remain uncertain. Okay.
Absolutely.
They're going to remain, unusual.
Absolutely.
And you have to remain incredibly agile, incredibly flexible, and you just have to cope with it and learn from all of these experiences.
Learn and move fast.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be sad sometimes about things that doesn't happen as you thought or as you expected. We all have expectation as a human, as organization, as country, as the universe. It doesn't matter. We all. It's absolutely fine. However, you need to take the time for the grief. It can be 24 hours. You wake up and you move on. You have a company to run. So, and this is the way that you need to think about it. You don't have the privilege to cry or to sit on your laurels for a second. For a second, you don't have this privilege. I see it in so many organizations, and it's absolutely like that.
So, when I reflect on our conversation, there's one thing really that's jumping out at me about you, and that is, stuff will go wrong, stuff will happen, but you've just got to let it go. Grieve for a little bit, put it behind you, keep on moving forward.
Of course, absolutely, absolutely. And you need to understand that things can come back. Never close the doors. Never say and never act in anger or in any other way. Take a deep breath. Talk politely and calmly, and move on. Things will come back, and it's okay. It's part of the game. It's part of the business. It's part of the life, and that's it. We need to accept it, and we need to be ready for it, especially on those days that are extremely taking a company into the AI age with a cloud. It's very, very, I would say, rough waters.
Okay. Now, Doron, if any listener wants to find you online, get hold of you, where's the best place to find you?
LinkedIn, of course. LinkedIn is the best place. And of course, go to our website, renovacloud.com, and can find me online, and happy to connect with anyone.
Okay, thanks very much. So folks, we've come to the end of our episode today. All in our show notes, we'll put all those contact details of Doron and Renova Cloud. So if you want to get hold of him and find out more, look him up online. Reach out, connection. He's highly approachable, and he's here to help. So thanks again for joining us in this episode. See you again on the next one, and a huge thank you to Doron.
Thank you very much, Rick. Thanks a lot.